If you're watching this video, you're probably going through something traumatic, or you're about to experience a traumatic event in your life, and you're just trying to embrace and prepare yourself for it. So I'm gonna give you guys a little trick that the funeral homes won't tell you. You don't have to purchase a casket from the funeral home, whether that is cremation or burial. You can go out and get your own casket. The funeral home, if you do purchase a casket from them, it's probably gonna charge you 2x, 3x of what they get it for, because obviously they have to make a profit. You can go and buy a casket for a whole lot cheaper on Amazon or any of these other locations. If you do a quick Google search, you can find a few of them, but the easiest place to go is Amazon. If you go through Amazon, so this right here, if you go through Amazon, all you have to do is put the address of the funeral home or the address of wherever it is that the funeral home is holding your loved one, because sometimes they use third parties and they use third-party locations to get your loved one ready. So what you have to do is you go with them, and once they say that you need a casket, and this works whether it's cremation or whether it's a burial, you don't need to use their caskets. Now for cremations, you do need a container, you don't need a casket. You can also find your own container that will be a whole lot cheaper, and you don't have to use theirs. All you have to do, and the process is the same for any of these, you go on Amazon, for example, and you type in, you let the funeral home know that you're gonna purchase your own casket through Amazon or wherever it is, blah, 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 whatever, and then they will give you the address that you need to ship that casket to. So you go on Amazon, you purchase it for a fraction of the price. It will be a whole lot cheaper, I promise you. I know funeral services typically can be pretty expensive, especially if you don't have insurance or anything like that, and especially if death is unexpected and you weren't expecting to make that big, you weren't expecting that expense. It can be a little daunting, but I know there's ways to honor your loved one that you might want to do, but you might not have the financial capability of doing so. This is pretty much a little cheap trick so that you can honor them in the way that you want to. So if you want to do a burial, but you don't have the money to do a burial because they're so much more expensive, you can reduce that cost by the main cost is really just the casket. And a lot of those costs can be reduced by providing your own casket. So you could probably get a casket on Amazon for a fraction of the price. Again, ship it over to the funeral home, and then the funeral home will prepare your loved one, and then they'll casket them. And once you show up to the service, they'll be in the casket that you ordered from Amazon in this case specifically. So here's like an example. You can purchase something like this on Amazon. This is wooden. You could cremate them in this, or you can cremate them in a regular cardboard container, but this is just an example of what it is. So as you guys can see, the casket would just be delivered, and here it is. Pretty much any casket that they have in their catalog, you could probably find yourself for more than half the price, or half the cost of what they're charging you. So anyways, I hope this helps, guys.